Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of Magic the Spoilering. I'm Melvin.
And I'm Nick.
So over the weekend we had a plethora of BFZ spoilers, man.
Oh yeah, 18 cards.
Alright, so let's get started. First up, Akoum Firebird. So Akoum Firebird, 2 colorless, red. You get a Phoenix, which is a 3/3 flying haste, and attacks each turn if able. With an extra ability, whenever you landfall, you can pay 4 colorless, red. You can return Akoum Firebird to the battlefield.
I think it's pretty awesome. This makes every late game top deck into a Phoenix.
Alright.
In essence, if you have it in your graveyard, before this you'd be like top decking like, oh my god, it's just another land, go. Now it's like, oh my god, take 3.
Excellent. Next up, a reprint, Dragonmaster Outcast. So for 1 red, you get a 1/1 at the beginning of the upkeep. If you control 6 or more lands, put a 5/5 red dragon creature onto the battlefield.
My first question is why?
Why in Mythic?
We didn't need this reprint, R&D. This didn't win any Pro Tour. Last time it was around in Shadow Alara.
Exactly. I mean, Felidar Sovereign was at rare this time around. Why can't this be at rare?
Yeah, if you want to bring it back, please bring it down to rare like how you did with Felidar Sovereign.
Yeah.
The power level has changed since the days of Shaza Alara. Things are more efficient now. You know, a 1 mana 1/1 isn't going to win any Pro Tour anytime soon.
You can just see the amount of people who cry whenever they open this in their booster.
Although, this will win a lot of like tie pack wars, isn't it?
Maybe. Next up, another reprint, Sylvan Scrying. This time around, I think this one is warranted.
This is awesome. I mean, it's very expensive right now because it's played in Tron and like most EDH decks. The fact that it gets reprinted means it will be easily available to, you know, people starting out in Commander.
I think this time around it might be relevant in Standard because of the man lands.
Yes,
All
definitely.
the other lands.
Definitely.
It's a pretty good reprint plus pretty sweet art. I can't wait to get this in foil.
Sylvan Scrying.
Next up, Ally Encampment, talking about lands. So over here you have 1 land that can tap for colorless or tap for 1 mana of any color to cast an ally. Plus you can pay 1 and sack it to return an ally on your battlefield to your hand.
Ancient Ziggurat 2.0. Even better, now allowing you to give you colorless so that you can cast your spells. And the sacrifice ability is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I hope they really push allies this time around.
It seems
really
super push, man. It really seems super push.
5 color allies maybe?
Most likely. I mean, the problem with most ally decks the last time around was you ran out of allies and then you're top decking land. This just makes you be able to, like, you know, rebuy 1 more ally, triggering everybody. Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
Very strong card. Next up, March from the Tomb. So for 3 colorless, 1 white, 1 black, you have a sorcery, return any number of target ally creature cards with total mana cost 8 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Strong, let's see.
The operative word here is total mana cost. I mean, the first time I read it, I was like, this is obscene. Did they just bring back Patriarch Bidding? Well, turns out it says total mana cost, which is still fair, considering that you could return 4 2 mana casting cost allies back to play, or maybe a 5 mana and a 3 mana back.
But we have yet to see a 2 casting cost ally.
Fingers crossed. You know, like how they seem to be like super pushing the allies. They should propagate as many 2 casting cost allies as possible to make it work. Or not, it wouldn't even work. Why have all the pieces and not make it work?
Could this work in Abzan allies maybe?
Abzan allies, Naya allies, Jan allies. I'm just looking forward to like try it out.
More allies. Talking about allies. Noyan Roil Shaper. So for 3 colorless, 1 blue and 1 white, you get a 4/4 legendary Merfolk ally. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may put 3 +1/+1 counters on target land you control. If you do, that land becomes a 0/0 elemental. That's still a land.
Well, this is a mixed bag one. I gotta say, this is one in a cycle of maybe 5 legendary allies that we're gonna see.
Probably one to cover each race again.
Yeah, most likely. So we saw the core ally last week, which was Munda. This week, the Merfolk ally is Noyan.
We also saw Zada, which is the goblin.
Oh yeah, Zada's goblin. Yeah, so hopefully we'll have maybe 2 to 3 more legendary allies. The problem with this one though, it makes you want to play instants and sorceries, so you can awaken.
Not very ally-centric.
Yeah, because ally is mostly a creature deck. I think the only sorcery or instant that I would play in an ally deck would be something like Coco, Collector Company. Yeah.
And in control, I mean, this one right now is struggling to compete against Ojutai,
So yeah, it seems like it doesn't really have a place in the ally deck, nor in the blue-white control deck. Only time will tell if there's more ally instants or sorceries.
Although it's actually a pretty sweet EDH commander.
Oh yeah, it's superb as an EDH commander.
Next up, Painful Truths.
It is
Painful.
quite painful.
Yes.
It is
So
slowly...
for 2 colorless, 1 black, you have a sorcery Converge. You draw X cards and you lose X life, where X is equal to the amount of mana paid for the Converge cost.
I think
At rare, really wizards.
this
rare.
is like week 2 of spoilers, and it's slowly dawning upon me that maybe Converge isn't so good after all.
No, I mean, I wouldn't mind this, these kind of abilities, uncommon, but to put it at rare, and there's no applications in sealed.
Okay, as always, when we have this uncommon rare battle, the idea is simple, bro. If it's at uncommon, it'll be broken for draft.
It's not broken for draft. I think it's pretty sweet for draft. I mean, they had Read the Bones at common.
Yeah.
Pass.
Yeah, this is just junk.
Another junk. Let's just pass. Prism Array, 4 colorless, blue. Enchantment, Converge. Prism Array enters the battlefield, crystal counter on it for each color of mana you spend on it. Remove crystal counter from Prism Array, tap target creature. You pay domain, you scry 3.
Yeah, so my small theory on this is next set, we're either going to a tribal world, or we're going to a domain world, or a tribal domain world.
Either way, this card sucks.
Yeah, so until that happens, this is junk.
Even then, it will still be junk.
Next up,
Sanctum of Ugin. So you get another land. Tap for 1 colorless, and whenever you cast a colorless spell with converted mana cost 7 or greater, you may sacrifice it to look for a colorless creature card. It's pretty strong. Pretty strong in Tron.
yeah, this has modern and standard applications. The irony is, in standard, you're gonna use it with the Eldrazi's to go find more Eldrazi's. Good job, Ugin.
Yeah, flavor fail aside, it's a... I know it's hard because right now there are not that many Eldrazi. Right now they're above 7 mana. So far there's only been 3, so
Yeah,
we have to see.
you got Desolation Twins. You have Kozilite. Oh, sorry, Ulamog. And what's the 8 mana one?
And you have the Winnower, the 9 mana one.
Well, it's early days.
30 days. Strong card though, we'll see.
Very strong.
Next up, another land, Spawning Bed. So again, you can tap for 1 colorless, or you can pay 6 and tap and sacrifice this to put 3 1/1 colorless Eldrazi Scions onto the battlefield.
Yeah. This reminds me of that land from Magic Origins. What was it called again?
Foundry of the Consoles.
Yeah.
It's more or less on the same boat.
But I like how this is so... What's the word for it? Like, you don't realize it until you play it. The fact that it brings you from 7 mana to 10.
It's a good ramp. It's a good ramp.
Yeah.
Again, I think you'll fit more into an Eldrazi strategy than...
Most definitely, man. When I'm playing sealed deck, if I want to jump from 7 to 10, this is going to be my first pick.
It's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Next up, Transgress the Mind. So for 1 colorless, 1 black, you get a Sorcery Devoid. Target player reveals his or her hand, may choose a card from a converted mana cost 3 or greater and exile that card. It's very strong. And the flavor fail is strong.
Inquisition of Kozilek 2.0.
Yeah, except, it's not helping the Eldrazi's this time around. It's a bane to them, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how an Eldrazi card is going to be used to anti an Eldrazi card.
But any card that can take a Siege Rhino out of someone's hand is a win for me.
Yeah, it's sweet. Oh shit, you can even take Planeswalkers, not just creatures. That's obscene. Yeah. It's gonna be heavily played in Standard and in Modern, maybe in I doubt in Legacy.
Modern sideboards, maybe.
Yeah, the thing is, this is not a main deckable card because against aggro threats, what are you gonna do? So most likely it's gonna come in against mid-range and control, so it's better off in the sideboard.
Next up, Brutal Expulsion. This one not a sideboard card. So for 2 colorless, 1 blue, 1 red, you get an instant devoid. Choose one or both. Return target spell or creature to its owner's hand. Or Brutal Expulsion deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If that permanent dies this turn, exile it instead.
This is perfect, man. This is Venser, Shaper Savan, was it? Plus Magma Spray. So you got Venser Spray.
Venser Spray. Sounds so wrong.
It's just awesome. Solid is gonna be plain standard.
Definitely see play. Modern application, I can see it.
Maybe as a 2-off in twin. Maybe.
Next up, Crumble to Dust. So for 3 colorless, 1 red, you get a sorcery devoid as well. Exile target non-basic land such as controller's graveyard, hand, or library for any number of cards with the same name, and exile those as well. Well, talking about like being very aggressive, this is a push Sowing Song.
Yes, Sowing Song is back. And
Even better.
it's easier to cast.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. In a world of manlands, this is just the thing you need.
Yeah, it's a very good functional reprint.
Most likely it'll be a 2-off in most sideboards in standard.
Next up, Dust Stalker. So for 2 colorless, 1 black, 1 green, we have 1 black, 1 red. We have Devoid, Haste, 5/3, Eldrazi. At the beginning of each end step, if you control no other Eldrazi creatures, return this card to your hand.
This is my favorite card of the day. It reminds me as though it has dash. I mean, to me, it's like a curve topper in an aggro deck. 5/3 haste. Damn.
Yeah, it's actually pretty strong. It's very reminiscent of Ball Lightning.
Yeah, in a way. If he had trample, it'd be broken.
Yeah. But it's got it.
As it is, yeah, I like it, man. 5/3 haste, return it back to hand. Nice.
Very sweet creature. What's not a sweet creature? Endless One. So for X, you get an Eldrazi. Endless One enters battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it.
I guess this is like a proof of concept. Like, how far can they push the idea of the Eldrazi's?
Not that rare though. Not that rare. It's okay. It's kind of like a pushed creature, but
Oh, this is the other 7 mana casting cost Eldrazi that can go find other Eldrazi's if you're playing Sanctum of Ugin.
true. Yeah, I guess.
Junk. Next.
Horribly Awry.
Horribly
Awry. So for 1 colorless, 1 blue, you get an instant devoid counter target creature spell with converted mana cost 4 or less. Exile it.
I have to say, this is one of the more stronger counter spells in a while. I mean, it's not relevant in a world of Eldrazi's, but if you take it out of context and you go start putting it into formats like Modern and Legacy, this is huge.
True. But then again, it only counters creature spells.
Well, again, from the sideboard.
It's not from the sideboard. From beyond. So for 3 colorless, 1 green, you get an enchantment devoid. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a 1/1 Eldrazi Scion onto the battlefield. And for 1 colorless, 1 green, you can sack it and search for an Eldrazi card. This is my favorite card so far today.
Yeah, Awakening Zone 2.0. I mean, for 1 more colorless, they just made it better by giving it an ability of allowing you to tutor for Eldrazi's once you have enough tokens to sack.
So you would like multiples of them in play, and you're okay with having multiples of them as well.
Multiples of them in play makes like 2 1/1s at every upkeep.
Yeah, and you can always sack one to look for an Eldrazi once you have enough tokens to ramp it up.
Yeah, this is just a nice marriage of what you need. Token making, mana making, and tutor.
Favorite card of the day. Favorite card.
Good job, R&D.
And our last card for today, Woodland Wanderer. So for 3 colorless, 1 green, you get an elemental with vigilance and trample, 2/2, with Converge. So it enters the battlefield, +1/+1 counter for each color of mana spent to cast it.
This is R&D's proof of concept. They wanted to make Converge work. This is the star that makes Converge work.
This is the only Converge spell I like so far, I have to say. I mean, everything else was just trash and crap and rubbish. This one's good.
I mean, if you pump it like 4 different colors of mana, it's gonna turn into a 6/6 Vigilance Trample.
And you know, in the meta right now with Hardened Scales.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, I would love to see this in Jan, Sultai, or Temur. And yeah, that's a 5/5
It's a good
trap,
card.
man.
Good one, Watsy, because yeah, this is
At least
probably
something
the
on
only
Converge
reason,
is gonna be playable.
the only reason I would actually play Converge. So that's it for today's Magic the Spoilering. Stay tuned to our next episode tomorrow, where we talk about more BFC spoilers.
What do you think of today's episode? Tell us in the comment section below.
And if you like us, as always, subscribe. I'm Alvin,
And I'm Nick.
signing off.